Welcome back to Villain Review. Today I'm going to do a little bit of an update on Robotnik for Sonic 3. If you saw my last review of the character, I gave him an 8 out of 10 for his villain score. After Sonic 3, has it gone up, has it gone down? Let's talk about it. So in Sonic 3, we meet Robotnik at a very bad place in his life. He's gotten out of shape, he's gotten really into just novellas, and he just sits around eating gunk, watching these shows all day, not in very good condition. But when Sonic tells him that his egg technology has been stolen, Robotnik's like, okay Sonic, I'll work with you and your boys to find out who did it for a few minutes. From there we learn that Robotnik's technology has been taken by his grandpa, his grandpappy, Gerald Robotnik, and the two team up together to, take over the Earth. From there, we get a lot of hilarious scenes with Jim Carrey. He plays both characters in the films, and I think that it's really nice to see Robotnik with this new dynamic, and I think that that's what's important for these Sonic films is like, yeah, Sonic and his friends are doing all their thing, their relationship, their dynamics are always different, but for it to really work, Robotnik, who a lot of people are here for Jim Carrey, Robotnik has to keep having new dynamics, new things that are interesting. In Sonic 1, obviously he's a new character, so him himself is just all we need. In the second film, we get some back and forth between him and Knuckles, and here we have him and Shadow, him and Gerald, his grandpa. There are some absolutely hilarious moments with these two. The big dance obviously is classic. The moment where they're like having this big bonding session in VR, eating ice cream and like playing catch, dressing up like Santa and getting all surprised by the presents. And that's where we get a lot of just the Robotnik kind of motto, which is like, just trust me, let Jim Carrey cook. The guy is so funny and entertaining and keeps us entertained for the moments that we're not with Shadow, not with Sonic. In fact, that's something that I think Sonic 3 does really well, is the way it balances all three stories, the story of Shadow, the story of Team Sonic, and of the Robotniks. All of them are pretty entertaining in their own right. Sure, a lot of them cross over, especially between the Robotniks and the Shadow, but they still feel a little bit different. Spoilers for Sonic 3, turn back now if you don't want these spoilers. But pretty much the big character moment that comes for Robotnik is at the end when he finds out his grandpa's real plan. At the end, he finds out that his grandpa, Gerald Robotnik, does not want to take over the Earth, use Shadow's energy for anything, evil like that. I guess it's still evil. Guy wants to just wipe out the whole world, just all of humanity. Because him and Shadow are so scarred by the damage of what Gunn did to Maria, this girl who they both loved a ton. They're both really hurt by that. They're like, F it, dude, full send. Let's wipe this thing out. Our Robotnik obviously does not like this. He wants to take over the world, not destroy it. So he decides to save it. From here, we not only get this heroic turn for him where Jim Carrey actually locks the F in. That final monologue that he gives, dude, is so amazing. I really enjoy that. This guy, no joke, like, yeah, he's a funny actor, sure, that's what he's known for. The guy is so damn good just all around across the board in acting. You give him a serious monologue about him saving the Earth as he sacrifices himself, dude, the guy's gonna lock in, he's gonna be great, and he absolutely is. This is some of the best acting Jim Carrey's done in this character. Some of the best acting he's done in a while, to be honest. Just straight up. Comedic acting, of course, he's great, but this last moment, I love this to death. No pun intended. A lot of the heart that we get in this monologue comes from this relationship he has with Agent Stone. This guy who's seen him as more than a co-worker. He sees him as family and, a friend, stuff like that. Robotnik in his last moments revealing that Stone, you're a friend. You're more than just a co-worker. You're more than just an intern, an employee. You're a friend. It's a really nice moment that not only serves Robotnik as a character, but it serves Agent Stone, who I feel like people sneaky forget is in all of these movies, who has a bigger-ish part in all of these movies. I feel like whenever a build-up is happening for the new Sonic movie, I always forget about Stone, but then I see him in the movie and I'm like, yeah, dude, I like that guy. Hell yes, dude. Good to see you, pal. It's a really good relationship, and it comes full circle from this almost like fake relationship that he has with his grandpa, this guy who he thought he loved, this guy who like, this guy gets it, this guy's this, where the whole entire time Stone is the thing that he was looking for. Stone is the friend, the family, the everything that he wants. Stone is the guy for that, and it was right in front of him the whole time, and it took until the end of his life, this sacrifice, to see that. It's a really nice moment for Robotnik that really humanizes him, that really gives us a spot to connect with the character, something that he kind of was lacking before. You look at the guy from Sonic 1, this heartless, you know, guy that's essentially a machine at that point, turn into this guy right here, feels completely different. I enjoy it a ton. It's the heart of this movie from Robotnik's perspective, and I think it's a really good place to end the character. Will he come back in Sonic 4? Maybe. There's a good chance, but I think that, and first of all, if he does, I'm cool with it. I'm happy with it if they keep developing him, but also I just love seeing Jim Carrey. But if he really does stop here and like this is the end for him, I think it's a really good place, and I think it's a really good 3-movie arc for this character. I think it's phenomenal, and I think that for a villain that is a trilogy villain now, there has to start being this conversation of like, where does he lie in the, you know, children's villain or just cinematic villains in general? Because like, yeah, he's not top tier or anything like that, but he's a really good, really solid and enjoyable villain. Is he one of the best villains for a child film franchise of all time? There's a chance, dude. I think we have to have that conversation. Maybe I'll make that video on my other channel. I'll talk about the best villains in animation, trilogies, things like that. But granted, there aren't that many trilogies for kids that go 3 movies and have the same villain all throughout. Anyways, in fact, I am going to up my score to Robotnik. I'm going to give him a 8.5. I don't think he quite gets to that 9 because I think that's a really special level of villain, but this guy is always good. He's always funny, and the way they gave us, like I said, a spot to connect with him, a spot to continue to develop him 3 movies in, that's phenomenal. I love how they pulled that off. Great character. Jim Carrey, he's the best. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. That's my video. I'll link my other Robotnik video if you want to see that. I'm going to do a video on Shadow, an analysis on that guy also this week. Right? For sure this time. If this video gets 150 likes, I'll say, I'll do one on Gerald Robotnik also. That's the video. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. I'll talk to you later.